intro was interesting. If you haven't run screaming from your computer, welcome to my second Halloween tutorial. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a look that I am calling Demented Sharp Tooth Minnie Mouse. I know, I'm making Minnie Mouse terrifying. And every time I was thinking about doing a skull or doing this or doing that, every time I closed my eyes, I just kept thinking, I have to do a scary Minnie Mouse. So if you want to know how to look like a terrifying Minnie Mouse, please keep watching. Getting started, I'm using MAC's Full Coverage Foundation in white, but you can use any white face paint that you have on hand. I'm going to barrel through the first two steps because they're super easy. I am just placing this white face paint all over my face, my neck, my shoulders, up into my hairline. You can go back afterwards with a makeup wipe to clear the paint from your eyes and from your lips, because we're going to be doing something a little bit different with that. Has no eyes, or that they're hollowed out of her skull, so I'm taking Rimmel's Kohl pencil. This is their jumbo crayon, and I am tracing the perimeter of my eye and using the crayon to fill in my eye as well. I'm going to be doing this on both eyes, and then I'm taking the black eyeshadow from Kat Von D's Light and Shade palette, and I'm going to pat this all over the black crayon just to make it look really matte. There's no shininess, and it'll also fill in any places where I have my skin showing through. Once you have both eyes done, we're going to start tracing out where we're going to put Minnie's teeth. I'm using Maybelline's Eye Studio Gel Liner in black. This brush I got at a craft store. It's really long, really pointy, so it's great for this kind of detailed work. I mixed a little bit of eye drops in with my gel liner. It just helps the product run a little bit smoother. And as you can see, I'm going as slow as a turtle here, so I'm going to be speeding this up in just a minute. I am tracing the width of the mouth almost all the way up to my hairline. I'm going to draw a black line down the center of my lips, cutting it right in half, and then the lines that I put on either side of that line towards the edges of my mouth are going to be sort of curved like this. I'm almost making a little bit of a rooftop shape, and then once I reach the corners of my lips, then I'm going to start to draw them straight up and down like you did right in the center, and they will get shorter in length as I get closer to the edge of the line that I drew across my face. Is the most painstaking step and the step that will take you the longest, but I promise if you take the time just to slowly fill in these negative spaces, it's really going to set off the look. So just going, a little bit at a time, I'm slowly tracing the shape of the teeth. I'm alternating between a diamond shape, a triangle shape, and then this sort of almost like a Hershey's Kisses sort of shape. That filled in, we're going to draw the mousy features on Minnie's face. I'm just going to draw a straight line again down the center underneath my nose, and then I'm going to fill in my nose a little bit with the black gel liner. You could use a color, but I wanted to keep the look very monochromatic, so I'm just going with black. I'm going to draw a little bit of a rounded shape to make almost the Cupid's bow of the lips, and then I'm going to draw a straight line over top of the teeth we created all the way up to my hairline. I'm going to do this on the other side as well, all the way up to my hairline. And then you're going to draw it underneath as well and connect the two lines. As a little extra added feature, I did this little curl on the end of each part of the mouth, just to make it almost look like she was smiling or had smile lines or something like that. You can go back and fill in any negative spaces that you missed once you have drawn the smile lines. Teeth stand up, I'm going back in with the foundation. I also mix this with a moisturizer because this foundation is very, very, very thick and can be hard to work with for stuff like this. I'm using a small detailed brush to go back in and brighten up the teeth that I made. Brush, and I'm just pulling down on the bottom edge of the white paint that I placed on the bottom part of the mouth, and then pulling up on the teeth on the top part of my mouth. This makes the bottom of the teeth almost look gray because it blends the white with the black paint. And then I'm going to be going in after the fact with a brown shadow, and this is going to make the teeth look like they're a little bit more decayed and again add another layer of dimension. Soften these edges all over the face. So I'm taking the same brown shadow that I used to put on the teeth. I'm going to run this along the edge of the mouth and around the eyes as well, and really taking my time to smudge out that gel liner a little bit. It just softens everything up, makes the mouth look a little bit more caved in, and almost like the skin is kind of peeling away from the features. The skull theme, I'm going to make it look like the neck bones and the chest bones are protruding like Minnie is emaciated. I'm taking this flat short contour brush and I'm alternating. I'm dipping it in a black shadow, a brown shadow, a red shadow, and a navy blue shadow. And then I'm creating these little rectangles all the way down my neck, and then just slowly sort of shading and filling them in as I go. It's not really anything to be precise. Personally, I think the messiness and the fact that it's not all one color actually helps it look more ghoulish, which is definitely what I'm going for here. Can't have Minnie Mouse without red lipstick, but we're going to put it on a little bit messy. I'm using just a matte liquid lipstick that I have from Sephora and then smearing it with my fingers just to make it look a little like it's wearing off. Hair and Minnie Ears completes this look. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Please subscribe, like, and happy Halloween!